The righteous, pardon me, let me turn some lights this off. The righteous faction, which we can call the Aries part of the organism, which astrology is pointing at the evolution of human consciousness, which means there's like different levels to the awareness of the organism. It's interesting because you'll meet these people and they embody these kinds of awarenesses. And it's not limited, you see, and it's not what you think as far as awareness when you think of awareness, but although it can be. See, these people are kind of like specialists of things. So Aries is one specialist, Taurus is another specialist, Gemini is another specialist, and so on. I mean, you can see it that way. Um, but as we're going, it's important to know that we are moving forward in more and more awakening. And there's a geometric thing that can go on. We call it squares and triangle trines, and then the sextiles create a star, and it's angular, and it's, I would say, it's ringing like a bell, geometric if you would like. But now this is where we are beginning to see something culminate in consciousness, perhaps as an experience. Boy, all of this talking about when it's just life happening out there, born into the I am, which is Aries, and then we find out what we have, which is in our immediate, what can we do with our hands is very important. That's Taurus, trying to slow us down and be into our stability that way. Taurus is big right now on calling for us to do that, and are we going to get it? Because then we'll start talking about what is the result of having tried, gone back to the earth, really, which is a big call, and that's what Gemini does. And we keep moving forward. We put that on the stage, which is Leo, or Cancer. Really, what it is we have to reassess. I'm sorry, we don't go on the stage with it yet. We have to reassess. And when I say reassess, there's the squares. There's the cardinal squares, fixed squares, and mutable squares. And there's 3 sets of those, which is containing 4 groups, which makes up the whole zodiac. And anyway, we can try and teach you guys all of that. The academics is nothing compared to, do you intuitively understand the possibility that's out there of in personality, that there are people that are fixed, they're stubborn, really they're actually stable. They're the ones who are stabilized. And you look at the fixed signs, they do have to do with our money and resourcing and our value system and stuff like that, and so on. So it's easy. There's the cardinal, fixed, and mutable. There's the elements, and then there's the other. I'm sorry, I'm blacking out about that. There's earth, there's fire, earth, air, and water, and those each have 3 groups. They all trine each other. Those are easy, getting along easy. Those are the ones that kind of hold information the trinity kind of. It trines up to from the body level, I say from the spiritual level up to the body, and then your mind is processing, and now it's going to come out as information rendering. That's really how it goes. Mind, capital M, body, which is always in the middle. See, that's where we can get confused, because it could be mind, body, mind, or mind, body, mind, and then what are you talking about? Well, which one do you understand? And that depends on where your body is. So I don't know. We are going to keep talking about this if it's entertaining, if it confirms any of the spectrum that you can see, because it's very fractal-like. But the study of astrology and other things, like I was talking about, the geometry that would point at like a just a field of information, really, that expands and more and more. And anyway, God, this is so hard to talk about. What am I talking about? I have gone through so many downloads just this morning about, see, this is what I would probably do for the rest of my life, and I never really talked about it on Facebook in all the 10 years that I've ever been on it. But it's to be a therapist of sorts, really, of what the problem is. See, sex therapist. Now, what we would be studying, and it's not about sex. it's about our backgrounds, really our attitudes towards that. Like, really, how are we getting along, right? But would sexual intercourses and just problems coming up with that be a factor? Yes. And do you have people that can help you with those kinds of things? I think so, yes. I've heard, you can look it up, sex therapist, and there's some pretty trippy people there. And I've noticed the women mainly. I didn't look around much, but some of them, I mean, look at them, and one of them is well known. I forget her name. She is kind of attractive, I would say. Even women know when other women are attractive, and men know when women are attractive. And I think men know when men are attractive, and women know when men are attractive. So anyway, we just know when we are attractive, and it's a certain there's a geometry that can go with it, and there's also, well, maybe they hold on to something as a field of information. Now, I'm sorry about being picky about the body thing. The body's shape. I'm sorry about that. I happen to think that if you're out of shape, then if you're not healthy, I don't want to talk about this because there's people that are so touchy about the shape of their body, right? And of course, I'm not any better than anybody else. I'm older. I'm older, and I'm not about to compete with somebody with a body thing. I mean, this has been a thing for me, realizing, oh, I'm just a woman here. I'm a girl. I'm different. It kind of branches off by puberty. You're not playing the same games anymore. You start to get you're feeling different, and boy, do I have an autobiography, and do we all have an autobiography to unfold about that and be honest with ourselves about it? Go way back and figure out. See, that's where I work from, and that's where I know that that's all I can speak from, and who is right and who is wrong about any of this. See, what I'm looking at is that is such a touchy subject matter, but the bottom line is that we already know. We already know. If you're around people that don't know of, say, something that you can know. Let's just reduce it down to making pancakes. You have to be shown. And once you're shown something, you get the gist of it sometimes and you can apply it to other things. Now, what if there was a higher learning tool that once you learned that, the same thing would happen with everything else. It just expands first of all, it opens your senses to know that, well, maybe there is that aspect of learning everything that requires more of the sensitivity that can um, make you see how to look into it rather than how to try to get it to fit your ideals or something like that. Because nothing can be worked like that. Not a single thing. You have to go in and obey. Well, what is it required for me to get whatever the results is? And do you know what the results that you're looking for are supposed to be? Like when you're making the pancakes. I mean, we all can see it's like, oh, some of them could be too lumpy and a little bit too, and isn't there a Goldilocks zone? Have you noticed that? I mean, come on, really? And then, well, not just a regular old pancake. Maybe it's got some nuts and maybe it's got fruits. But you see what I'm saying? I used to know a Taurus woman friend who she influenced me a lot. I could just see how powerful it is to just garden your own food and then make your little old dish out of your salad out of the garden and even make your darn salad dressing out of the herbs and the stuff coming out of your garden. And she used to say, why serve water when you can serve tea or lemon or put lemon in it and tea? And I get it. I get it. That's the earth sign. But how do you do that without having taken the time to sit with it and know what it even is? It takes, having said that, a glass of tea takes an entire year to find out. Well, I mean, what is even worth it? I mean, first of all, you get into the garden, and those people, they've been doing it a while. And you look, see, it's all around me right now. It's coming up. Tea? You want tea? Nettles. The stinging nettles makes a tea that is better for you than spinach broth soup. It's like equal to eating a vegetable broth soup. I eat it and I'm like, and you're not really, see, this is the thing, it's like, why are you eating? Are you eating just for the taste of it, or are you getting the nourishment out of it? And you know what? After a while, it really tastes good. That stuff tastes like milky because it's so potent. It has this really nutty, potent molecular aftermath on your tongue, um, and then you feel it. It's immediate. You're like, hang, I feel really satiated right now. I don't feel hungry. I feel like some gap has been filled. It feels good. That's the way a food should be happening with people. And talk about your body again. Have you felt your food lately? Have you felt how it makes you feel? Mercy, people are eating such stuff that keeps them on this, and they're just packing it in. And boy, I see these advertisements that says, well, you got stuck poop. No, 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 no. Here's the way it works with some people, babe. You sit on the toilet and you think, okay, well, so when is this coming out? Yep, this is the thing that I had yesterday. Okay, boom, boom, there, and there goes the salad and a little bit of, yep, and you might even be able to smell it. It depends on your metabolism, how well your body is breaking it down. Does your water company put the kind of chemicals in there that keeps you from digesting your food? They say it's, oh no, we're preserving the pipes, but it's called melatonin or something like that. And they announced it in my area. So, and this may cause your metabolism to fuck up in making food. And it's like, great. Eat a lot of pepper. Eat a lot of black pepper, ground up or made, but mainly the little sprigs, the regular pepper. It penetrates it cleans your stomach out, but it helps you absorb foods. Babes, you should not be eating so much that it's just packed in there. And did you know you should be expelling it 3 times a day? But people do it, and it's healthier. It's healthy to do it 3 times a day. Right after you eat, it should be happening. This is a very Virgo conversation I had with Venus there, and it's like, man, you know what? There's a right way and a wrong way to do things here. Virgo says, take it back to the Virgin and taste what you're doing. Find it out. Find out, is this clean? That's what virgin means. Virgin has nothing to do with a human figure, and neither does God. If you want to talk about the truth, and then whoever celebrates it dares to, these people are so dangerous. Look at Jesus over there. Hi, Jesus, were you dangerous? No, not at all. They're right. And we see it. Guess who is more frightened? Babes, we can see it. It's the tables are going to turn, and I don't want to be a gender biased person, but it's looking like this. Okay, look, I'm going to skip through that and just say maybe that the organism is being jacked. God, I'm looking at something that I don't want to have anything to do with it. It's tiring. It's exhausting. It's not going to solve itself right away. Not right away. And I am not going to fool myself. I'm not about to fool myself. See, I'm about ready to go to court. I have to go to the mailbox to see if they're going to try and reinforce me to do jury duty, and I'm going to laugh in their face. I'm going to write to them and say, I have been disenfranchised by the system simply because it believes that you can tell the truth. See, it came to a point where the officials had to come and see the asphalt that was spilled, and the asphalt is not my main issue with it. No, there's a bigger thing. You could look. I can pull up a lot of things that says this doesn't make sense, and you have raked my soul over. And these laws don't even exist anymore. But let's back up and look at it. A permanent case that's happening against something here that really knows better. That says you can't tell the truth, not at any time. That's not right. Actions speak louder than words, and then so what happens by the time you get to a courthouse? Everybody knows there, and that's why they're there, dressed in black. The judge, everybody. They're dressed in black. They're telling you that you're dead. It's dead subject matter. You didn't work it out, you couldn't. Now somebody is just a narcissist that is butthurt about something, can't work it out. Huh? Oh, there's fake laws about something that you don't understand, that this is a school, that you're in somebody's backyard playing with their material and stuff. And it's like, what a mix-up, what a pain in the butt. There's where you have to get your own constitution going, and people don't. They have their constitution, which just says, we have a right to fucking do all this and figure out what you guys want to do. Animals, there needs to be two constitutions, by the way. Ones that know the truth, how it is. You know, there's two types of people here. We the people, what people? I'm not really talking about men and women either, but you know, I don't know. I'm not with any of them. I see both of them are failing each other tremendously, because each of them, both men and women, can attain human qualities, which is a superior to than just being men and women. See, psychologists point at narcissism, which is not being human at all. And both men and women can be this. So do you follow me here? They say that narcissists are here, but then human beings are here. There's enough human qualities that are missing. I want to keep repeating this so that, please, make this something, bring it into your consciousness and try to, babes. You don't know. See, if you knew that this was the truth, then you would know that something is allowing, like it's saying, oh, well, I could do it, and it goes ahead and does it. It runs the factory. It does it. It just does it because it's just doing my job. And it's binary, right? It's fear oriented. It's operating in a way that doesn't have much integrity. It wouldn't just stand up and say, go ahead and say, oh, Jesus, God, do I dare go here? Sure, go ahead. I don't give a shit. It's my personal life. It doesn't just stand up and say, you know what, you can, over my dead body, are you going to do this? Because this is wrong. I know a better way. And really, if you people are so lame that not even two or more of you can get together in the name of the truth and be better than this, so what? Bye. Sure, there's a place for us, but it's certainly not of this world. How bad is it going to get before humanity starts doing that? Well, it's bad everywhere already. Right now, we're experiencing Chiron meeting up with Mercury in the house of Aries for everybody, and I'm feeling it too. Everybody is feeling it. See, we have these nerve endings that are being damaged. Aries is your original nerve endings that says, I am, and it's the physical embodiment. It's sex itself. It is. Aries and Mars are the same. Rules Aries, and it's man, it's fire, it's our sexuality, it's our root chakra, it's our creative ability, it's that inspiration. It's the one that says, no, I'm gonna survive this. Fuck you, I'm not only gonna survive, watch me thrive, because I fucking move ahead. I have energy, and I keep myself with what? Higher learning tools. We are feeling good here. We're feeling good. See, that's what a lot of people don't like about, say, just the Aries quality of a lot of people, which is says, no, I'm free. I'm going to be, I go here and do that. And hey, you know, be independent and share what you come up with that. And hey, did you share? And then you're having a barbecue. Now, hey, aren't we sharing? What's going on? You know, it's very, very Aries. It's very just blunt like that. And then, but you have other things going on. Protractor of consciousness expanding, going through it. And Aries like saying, yes, like, you know, help us out here, you know. I got here and I feel all of this. Now, what is it? Cancer will take it and say, make a shelter. Shelter it. You know, cancers are known to build. See, the cardinal signs are builders. You know, they will build off of their. This thing is about to turn off, so I need to wrap this up. And thank you for sitting through my. It's just passion, right? But there's compassion too. When it's slowed down and it's getting into the places that you weren't able to communicate, really, we need to keep doing this. And you know, there's a lot going against us about that. They say that, oh, be quiet more and more. It's like, no, those are your abusers that tell you to stop communicating. It's oppressive to not let it out and just be energy. What if it's just energy? It's just energy expending. It's amazing. It's amazing. Um, but don't give it to the wrong places that don't appreciate it and have nothing but misunderstanding for you. I mean, they're just obligated to misunderstand you and put you in your place like a shitty fucking hole. We're not doing that anymore. I'm here to tell you with Mars and Aries, that organism is not going to take that side of the organism that says we can't afford to be unhealthy anymore. We can't do it. It's not fun. Period. It's not going to let any more. See, it's called the righteous. Not going to let any more air to breathe for the fucking bullshit. No more air to breathe for bullshit. Bullshit will have no more air to breathe. That's the whole code of 2024, and we just keep going through it. Now we have Mars and Aries, and these people are going to raise up. See, the people that are righteous. There's the righteous side that says, no, excuse me, and no, now tell me what you're fighting me about. You're mobbing me because what? Because actually I'm being disrespected here. I can just see I'm sitting quietly, and you people don't even have respect for what has already been here holding sacred ground. You don't have respect for sacred ground, which is reality and the truth, and you're going to tell me that you can say something contrary? Take me to court about it. If you know your words enough and you know what you're fighting for and how to sit down and say, come on, babes, bring it up, get real, make them unloosen that fucking necktie. Take off that death robe. Stop talking to me like I'm the living dead. I didn't get put in here because I'm dead. In fact, Jesus, can I go on? Yes, you're on a roll. In fact, I was put in here because I am living more alive than ever. And something is fucking deathly afraid of that, aren't they? Yes. And Jesus wasn't a man, hon. Jesus was a perfectly alive woman. I can see it around me. Men are very afraid of this. And I'm not saying that this is our battle. No, let's bring our men up. Bring our men up into being humane. Fear isn't humane. Fear isn't opened yet. It's not brought up. It's ignorant. Something happened to its trust. Thank you for listening. 2244.